pushing 80 on the double lane, trying to outrun the ghost of the rain. The signal's cutting in and out of the air like a dying breath or a desperate prayer. Between the preacher and the country star, I'm losing the rhythm of this old car. There's a billboard for a motel 10 miles ahead, and a Jesus safe sign painted in red. The white lines are blurring like a movie scene on a flicker and dusty driving screen. It's just a radio static and roadside signs, living my life between the painted lines. 1 minute of music, then a minute of noise, chasing the shadows of the hometown boys. I don't know where the asphalt ends, but I'm looking for a frequency that never bends. In the radio static and the roadside signs. Past a diner with a neon open light sticking out like a thumb in the middle of the night. I thought about stopping for a piece of pie, but I'd rather watch the telephone poles fly by. Every mile is a number I'm checking off the list, in a world made of asphalt in the morning mist. And sometimes the silence is a little too loud, so I hunt for a station in the edge of a cloud, just a guitar lick or a familiar voice to tell me that I finally made the right choice. It's just a radio static and roadside signs, living my life between the painted lines. 1 minute of music, then a minute of noise, chasing the shadows of the hometown boys. I don't know where the asphalt ends, but I'm looking for a frequency that never bends. In the radio static and the roadside signs. Just another mile, looking for the light through the dead of night. A radio static, roadside signs. There's a hole in the roof where the rain leaks in, but it lets me see where the stars begin. And that old guitar with the cracked wood grain, well, it finally learned how to sing the pain. I used to spend my life trying to keep it all tight, polishing the edges till they caught the light. But a mirror that's perfect only shows you the skin. It's the cracks in the glass that let the light deep in. I stopped fighting the tide, stopped holding my breath, and I found a little life in a world of death. Maybe I'm better off broken, better off torn, like a pair of old jeans that are perfectly worn. You can't fix a heart that was never truly real, and you can't heal a soul that's forgotten how to feel. So let the pieces fall where they're meant to be. Yeah, I think I'm better off broken and free. I saw you at the station in your Sunday best, hiding the heavy right under your chest. Looking so polished, looking so grand, with a trembling heart and a shaking hand. But I'm standing here with my scars on display, and for the first time I ain't looking away. You can still get gold in the lines of my face. Every mistake is a saving grace. If I hadn't shattered, if I hadn't fell, I'd still be a prisoner in a perfect shell. Maybe I'm better off broken, better off torn, like a pair of old jeans that are perfectly worn. You can't fix a heart that was never truly real, and you can't heal a soul that's forgotten how to feel. So let the pieces fall where they're meant to be. Yeah, I think I'm better off broken and free. You leave the glue on the shelf, I finally like the look of myself, jagged edges and all, beautifully broken. Yeah, I'm better off broken.
Board is still sitting on the porch in the shade. The black and white squares are beginning to fade. The boxwood pieces are all lined up for war, just like they've been for a summer or more. But the king's on his side and the queen's in the dust, and the heavy-duty hinges are covered in rust. I'm sitting on the bench with a hand on my chin, waiting for a game that can never begin. The cedar is cooling and the afternoon's long, and the rhythm of the moves feels entirely wrong. It's the empty chair at the chessboard today, where the best of my memories used to stay. A heavy-duty silence where the laughter was loud underneath the weight of a stationary cloud. It's a stalemate of spirit, a checkmate of soul, watching the shadows take their final control at the empty chair at the chessboard. You used to take the knights and I'd take the rooks, with a heavy-duty wisdom you didn't get from books. You'd sacrifice a pawn just to see me smile, and trap me in a corner in a little while. Now I'm playing both sides just to keep the dream real, but I can't quite remember how the victory feels. They say life is a game and you play till you lose, but nobody tells you how to pick and to choose. The pieces you keep and the ones that you leave, when there's a heavy-duty hole in the center of your sleeve. It's the empty chair at the chessboard today, where the best of my memories used to stay. A heavy-duty silence where the laughter was loud underneath the weight of a stationary cloud. It's a stalemate of spirit, a checkmate of soul, watching the shadows take the final control at the empty chair at the chessboard. Yeah, move the bishop, wait for the slip. The clock isn't ticking, the wood is just sticking. The empty chair at the chessboard. Coffee's brewing for a party of one. The Sunday paper sitting out in the sun. I still set the placemat, I still lay the fork like a habit that stuck like a stubborn old cork. But the silence is louder than the ticking of the clock since I heard the turn of the final lock. The wood is polished and the surface is clean. The loneliest sight that I've ever seen. Just a shadow where a person used to be, staring right back at the ghost of me. It's just an empty chair at the kitchen table. I'm trying to stay strong, I'm trying to stay able. But the morning light has a way of showing exactly where the cold wind's blowing. A vacant space in a crowded heart, watching the breakfast hour fall apart at the empty chair at the kitchen table. I remember the way you'd lean on the back, talking about the things that our future would lack, with a laugh that could brighten the darkest of days, and a million little sweet and stubborn ways. Now the dust is the only thing sitting there now, with a heavy weight pressing on my brow. I could move it to the attic, I could hide it away, but I'd still see the gap at the end of the day. It's a monument built out of oak and air to the love that we promised we'd always share. It's just an empty chair at the kitchen table. I'm trying to stay strong, I'm trying to stay able. But the morning light has a way of showing exactly where the cold wind's blowing. A vacant space in a crowded heart, watching the breakfast hour fall apart at the empty chair at the kitchen table. Yeah, the eggs are cold and the story's told, just sitting here with a lonely tear and an empty chair. Yeah, an empty chair. Black wings against a bruised up sky, watching the restless world go by. They're lined up like notes on a staff of black, keeping their secrets on a one-way track. They don't move for the wind, they don't move for the rain, they just sit there mocking the heavy-duty pain. They see the runner and they see the thief, they see the winter and the fallen leaf, an audience of shadows in a row, waiting for the seeds we're about to sow. It's just crows on a telephone wire, staring down at the field and the fire, black silhouettes on a copper line, checking the clock and the warning sign. They know when you're leaving, they know when you're gone, singing a song for a dark-eyed dawn. Crows on a telephone wire. I've been driving this road since I was a boy, when the world was a treasure and life was a toy. And every morning there in the same place,
judging the lines on a tired man's face. They don't need a pulpit, they don't need a law, just a sharp black beak and a jagged claw. Maybe they're talking about where we went wrong in a language of call that's a century long. Or maybe they're just waiting for the wire to break and the whole damn world to finally wake. It's just crows on a telephone wire, staring down at the field and the fire. Black silhouettes on a copper line, checking the clock and the warning sign. They know when you're leaving, they know when you're gone, singing a song for a dark-eyed dawn. Crows on a telephone wire, yeah. Yeah, just watching the street in the midday heat. Don't look 'em in the eye against a gray-blue sky. Crows on a telephone wire. Yeah, they're watching you. The sun took a dive past the edge of the wheat, leaving the dust to settle on the heat. I climbed up the ladder one rung at a time, helping you up as we started to climb. Now we're sitting on top of this old silver tower, looking at the world in its quietest hour. City's aglow about 50 miles west, but I'll take the silence, it's what I love best. Just the hum of the night and the smell of the hay, and the feeling of drifting a million miles away. With the starlight over the silo tonight, everything's silver, everything's right. The Milky Way spilling like grain from a sack, and there's no turning around, there's no looking back. Just your hand in mine and a view of the stars far away from the world and the noise of the cars. Under the starlight, over the silo. You're pointing out Big Dipper and the North Star too, but I'm spending my time just looking at you. The moon is a sliver of a fingernail white, reflecting the spark in your eyes tonight. We could stay up here until the rooster crows and the shadows start stretching in the garden rows. It's our secret cathedral, our castle of steel, the only place where the world feels real. Higher than the troubles, closer to the sky, watching the satellites blinking on by. With the starlight over the silo tonight, everything's silver, everything's right. The Milky Way spilling like grain from a sack, and there's no turning around, there's no looking back. Just your hand in mine and a view of the stars far away from the world and the noise of the cars. Under the starlight, over the silo. Yeah, the tin is cold, but your heart is warm. Safe from the wind, safe from the storm. Starlight over the silo, just you and me.
buzzing like a trapped up fly, and the tile is stained with the years gone by. I'm standing here at the porcelain sink, trying my best not to stop and think, but the glass is fractured in a jagged line, splitting this weary face of mine. One eye's looking at where I've been, the other staring at the mess I'm in. 1,000 miles of coffee and grease, and a mind that hasn't found a moment of peace. It's a cracked mirror in a truck stop bathroom, reflecting the shadows and the midnight gloom. I'm seeing double, I'm seeing the cost of every highway and every soul I've lost. A jigsaw puzzle of a man on the run, wishing to God that the driving was done. Looking through a cracked mirror. There's a name carved deep in the wooden stall, and a shadow stretching down the narrow hall. I splash cold water on a 3-day beer, facing the man that I've always feared. The cracks are like rivers on a paper map, leading me straight to the middle of a trap. It don't show the truth and it don't show the lie, just the silver backing and a bloodshot eye. You can't fix the image once the glass is broke. It all goes up like a cloud of engine smoke. It's a cracked mirror in a truck stop bathroom, reflecting the shadows in the midnight gloom. I'm seeing double, I'm seeing the cost of every highway and every soul I've lost. A jigsaw puzzle of a man on the run, wishing to God that the driving was done. Looking through a cracked mirror. Paper towel, hear the diesel growl. Don't look too long before the light is gone. Just a cracked mirror in a truck stop bathroom. Steam is rising from the iron tracks. I'm staring at a bag I didn't even pack, and just a jacket of smoke and a heavy heart, watching the town of my childhood depart. The conductor is calling, his voice like a ghost, leaving behind what I love the most. Clickety-clack, the rhythm of the rail is a lonesome song for a soul that's pale. I don't need a ticket with a town on the line, I just need a place that isn't yours and mine. I'm on a midnight train to nowhere tonight, chasing the blackness, escaping the light. No destination, no map in my hand, just a rolling cage through a hollow land. Whistle is screaming, cutting through the air, on a midnight train to nowhere. I see the porch lights flickering by, small town secrets under a velvet sky. There's a woman in 4B, she's crying in her sleep. Maybe she's got promises she couldn't keep. Me, I'm just staring at my reflection in the glass, watching the ghost of my old life pass. The wheels keep turning, grinding on the steel, trying to forget the way you made me feel. Every mile I gain is a memory
stories told. Nowhere at all. She's hanging from a pole on a wraparound porch, bleached by the rays of a summertime torch. The scarlet's turned to a dusty rose in the rhythm of the wind that the valley blows. The stars are blurring into a silver gray haze, like a memory of the heavy-duty old-fashioned days. The fabric is frayed at the edge of the blue, telling the stories of the things she's been through the ice and the hail and humidity heat, high above the quiet of a dead-end street. It's just old glory fading in the sun, watching the work that'll never be done between the stripes and the shadows of the evening light. She's holding her ground through the middle of the night, a weather-worn symbol of a heavy-duty pride, with a whole lot of history trapped deep inside. Old glory fading in the sun. She's seen the parades and she's seen the goodbyes under the watch of the mid-July skies. Now the cotton is thin and the grommets are rust, and the hem is heavy with the mountain road dust. But she still catches wind like a sail on a ship, even with the fray and the heavy-duty rip. They say keep her bright and keep her brand new, but I like the look of the red, white, and blue when it's lived through the seasons and stood in the rain and carries the weight of the joy and the pain. It's just old glory fading in the sun, watching the work that'll never be done between the stripes and the shadows of the evening light. She's holding her ground through the middle of the night, a weather-worn symbol of a heavy-duty pride, with a whole lot of history trapped deep inside. Old glory fading in the sun, yeah. Yeah, let the colors bleed, it's all that we need, waving so slow in the golden glow. Oh, glory fading in the sun. Driveway's fading in the rearview glass, watching the mailbox and the seasons pass. I've got a suitcase full of used to be and a dashboard pointing toward the free. The yellow lines are a steady beat underneath the rhythm of the rolling heat. I'm leaving the shadows of the valley floor, heading for a place I've never seen before. It ain't a flight and it ain't a race, just a man looking for a different space. It's just the open road and the setting sun, the only two things that can't be outrun. The sky's bleeding into shades of red, with 1,000 miles of asphalt spread ahead. No more anchors and no more chains, just the cooling wind and the western plains, with the open road and the setting sun. I passed a sign that said next gas 50 miles, and I couldn't help but trade my frown for smiles. There's a comfort in the humming of the tires and the way the long-distance douses all the fires. I don't need a compass or a silver star, just the steady breathing of this old car. They say the horizon is a moving line that you never reach it, though you try to find. But I like the chase and I like the view of a world that's starting over, fresh and new. It's just the open road and the setting sun, the only two things that can't be outrun. The sky's bleeding into shades of red, with 1,000 miles of asphalt spread ahead. No more anchors and no more change, just the cooling wind and the western plains with the open road and the setting sun. Yeah, chase the light into the night. Don't look back on the gravel track, just the open road and the setting sun. Yeah, I'm finally gone. There's a thin gray film on the plastic trim where the sunlight's fading and the day gets dim. I could take a rag and wipe it all away, but I'd be losing the ghost of yesterday. Every fingerprint and every little grain is a road we traveled in the sun and rain. It's a map of the miles and the coffee we spilled, of the empty tanks and the dreams we filled. It's a little bit messy, it's a little bit worn, like the seats in the back where the fabric's torn. It's just dust on the dashboard, settling down on every mile out of this hollow town. It's the residue of a life well lived, of the takes we took and the love we give. Don't brush it off, don't clear the view. It's the history of me and you, written in the dust on the dashboard. I see the mark where you drew a little heart on the day we decided to make a new start, and the smudge from the map when we both got lost, and the hazy film from the winter frost. It ain't a dirty truck, it's a holy shrine to a long-lost summer and a bottle of wine. Some people want it shiny, some want it new, but I like the grit and the honest hue of a restless soul and a rolling stone, and the gravel roads that we've called our own. It's just dust on the dashboard, settling down on every mile out of this hollow town. It's the residue of a life well lived, of the takes we took and the love we give. Don't brush it off, don't clear the view. It's the history of me and you, written in the dust on the dashboard. Yeah, leave it right there in the evening air. Let the memories stay. Don't wipe them away, just dust on the dashboard. Our life on the dashboard. lake is turning to a sheet of lead as the fire in the west begins to go to bed. The ripples are smoothing in the cooling air, leaving a mirror for the things that are there. A heavy-duty silence is pulling the veil over the dock and the rusted-out rail. There's a silver-white glint on the edge of the shore, where the world doesn't feel like a weight anymore. Just a final reflection, a golden goodbye, written in liquid beneath the dark sky. It's the last slide on the water tonight, holding on to the ghost of the afternoon bright. A shimmering path that's beginning to fade into the depths of the heavy-duty shade. It's a quiet kind of glory, a slow motion end before the night and the deep water secrets blend. The last light on the water. The dragonflies have vanished to the reeds and the mud, and the cooling of the earth is in the veins of my blood. I'm watching the orange turn to purple and gray, like the heavy-duty ending of a long-distance stay. The surface is steady, the surface is still, as the shadows are climbing the side of the hill. They say the dark is where the story gets lost, but it's just the price that the daylight has cost. And if you look closely at the glow on the wave, you'll see the beauty that the evening gave. It's the last light on the water tonight, holding on to the ghost of the afternoon bright. A shimmering path that's beginning to fade into the depths of the heavy-duty shade. It's a quiet kind of glory, a slow motion end before the night and the deep water secrets blend. The last light on the water. Yeah, watch it disappear, the end of the year, into the black, and it don't come back. The last light on the water. The mist is clinging to the hemlock trees, like a secret whispered on a mountain breeze. The ridges rise in a jagged line of slate gray stone and ancient pine. I'm winding up where the air gets thin, to the place where the sky and the earth begin. It's a blue-tinted world in the early light, hiding the scars of the valley's fight. There's a quiet power in the heavy-duty height that swallows the day and holds on to the night. I'm living in the shadows of the Blue Ridge Mountains, drinking from the cold and the limestone fountains, where the ghosts of the hunters and the Cherokee tread, with a ceiling of stars hanging over my head. It's a long way up and a long way down from the noise and the grit of a riverside town in the shadows of the Blue Ridge Mountains. There's an old log cabin with a smoking flue, tucked in a hollow that the sun never knew. The banjos ring a hard scrabble life, but the view is sweet, with the whole wide world sitting at your feet. They say these hills are the oldest on earth, that they've seen every death and they've seen every birth. They don't care about time and they don't care for gold, they just watch the stories of the world unfold. I'm living in the shadows of the Blue Ridge Mountains, drinking from the cold and the limestone fountains, where the ghosts of the hunters and the Cherokee tread, with a ceiling of stars hanging over my head. It's a long way up and a long way down from the noise and the grit of a riverside town, in the shadows of the Blue Ridge Mountains. Yeah, let the fog roll in, let the night begin, in the deep dark blue, where the soul stays true, in the shadows of the Blue Ridge Mountains. I don't need a garden with a white picket fence, or a florist in the city making dollars and cents. I don't need a diamond that's polished and cold, or a story of a romance that's already been told. I just need a meadow and a Saturday breeze, and the way that you're laughing underneath the trees. You've got a daisy tucked behind your ear, and suddenly the world is perfectly clear. No fancy dresses, no painted on smiles, just a love that can run for 1,000 miles. It's just wildflower and you, baby, letting the wind drive us crazy, growing where the sunlight hits the ground, the prettiest thing that I've ever found. You don't need a crown to be my queen, you're the sweetest thing this valley's seen, just a field of gold, a sky of blue, wildflowers and you. The way that you're walking through the tall green grass, watching the butterflies as they pass. You're a little bit tangled, a little bit wild, with the heart of a rebel and the soul of a child. I'd trade all the roses in a crystal vase for the look of the sunshine on your face. Some things are better when they're left to grow without a plan or a place to go, just like us, just like this day, finding our own beautiful way. It's just wildflowers and you, baby, letting the wind drive us crazy, growing where the sunlight hits the ground, the prettiest thing that I've ever found. You don't need a crown to be my queen, you're the sweetest thing this valley's seen, just a field of gold, a sky of blue, wildflowers and you. Yeah, just blooming in the sun, since the day we begun. Not a care in the world, with my favorite girl, wildflowers and you.
The leather is cracked and the spine is a mess from the years of the secrets and the heavy-duty stress. I've filled up the margins and I've blotted the ink on everything I've done and everything I think. I'm down to the bottom of the final white sheet, where the ink and the paper are about to meet. It's a heavy-duty volume of the dust and the rain, the blueprints of pleasure and the maps of the pain. The pen is a hammer in a trembling hand, recording the history of a shifting land. It's the last page of a heavy-duty diary, a quiet little ending for a heart that was fiery, closing the record and shutting the door on the things that I'm not gonna say anymore. A final confession, a period of stone in the most crowded story that I've ever known. The last page of a heavy-duty diary. I remember the first entry 20 years back, when the ink was as deep as a midnight track. Now the handwriting's shaky and the words are all few, because I've said all I can to the world and to you. There's a peace in the finish, a grace in the end, when the truth and the silence finally blend. They say a life isn't lived until it's been told, but there's the heavy-duty beauty in the letting go of the hold. To leave the book sitting on a mahogany shelf and start a new chapter in the heart of yourself. It's the last page of a heavy-duty diary, a quiet little ending for a heart that was fiery, closing the record and shutting the door on the things that I'm not gonna say anymore. A final confession, a period of stone in the most crowded story that I'd ever known. The last page of a heavy-duty diary. Yeah, let the ink dry underneath the sky. Snap the lock tight in the middle of the night. The last page of a heavy-duty diary. Took the shortcut through the bottomland, where the creek rolls up to take a stand. The red clay's clinging to the wheel well tight, a heavy-duty souvenir of a Saturday night. I'm a long way off from the paved down street, where the air's cool and the grass is sweet. I killed the engine by the old fence line, watching the shadows of the loblolly pine. The radiator's hissing like a kettle on the stove, in the middle of a quiet little hickory grove. I got mud on the tires, stars in the sky, and a peace in my heart that money can't buy. The world is messy, but the heavens are clear, washing away every heavy-duty fear. Between the grit on the ground and the glow up above, I'm finding the rhythm of a back road love. Mud on the tires, stars in the sky. There's a coating of dust on the dashboard glass, watching the satellites and the meteors pass. I don't mind the cleaning I'll have to do when the sun comes up and the night is through, because a clean truck means you stayed at home, and a dirty one means you were free to roam. They say you can't have the glory without the grind, that the mountain is meant for a heavy-duty climb. So let the constellations burn a hole in the dark, while I'm sitting right here with a spiritual spark. I've got mud on the tires, stars in the sky, and a peace in my heart that money can't buy. The world is messy, but the heavens are clear, washing away every heavy-duty fear. Between the grit on the ground and the glow up above, I'm finding the rhythm of a back road love. Mud on the tires, stars in the sky. Yeah, kick the boots off and the air is soft, blacktop heaven since about 11. Mud on the tires, stars in the sky.
It starts as a shiver in the kudzu vine, creeping up the trellis and the longleaf pine. It carries the scent of the red clay mud and the rising heat in a young man's blood. It don't need a whistle and it don't need a bell to tell the stories that it knows so well. It's a low down moan in the chimney stack, like a lonesome train on a rusty track. It's pushing the screen door open a crack, bringing the memories flooding back. It's just the sound of the southern wind coming back home to where it began, whistling through the gaps in the cedar board like a holy note on a gospel chord. It's the breath of the valley, the sigh of the plains, washing the dust from the window panes. The sound of the southern wind. It's seen the cotton and it's seen the corn since the very first day that the hills were born. It knows where the old timers buried their gold, and the secrets the river has never quite told. I'm leaning my head back, closing my eyes, listening to the truth and the windy lies. It'll lift your hat, it'll ruffle your hair, it'll follow you down to the county fair. A restless traveler with no place to be, but right here in the branches of the willow tree. It's just the sound of the southern wind coming back home to where it began, whistling through the gaps in the cedar board like a holy note on a gospel chord. It's the breath of the valley, the sigh of the plains, washing the dust from the window panes. The sound of the southern wind. Yeah, let it blow, let the tall grass go around the bend, like an old-time friend. The sound of the southern wind. Yeah, that southern wind. Sitting in a velvet box, a heavy silver weight, a relic of a century that finally met its fate. The etching on the casing is a forest in the frost, a map of every second that we've already lost. I wind it till it tightens, but the tension doesn't hold. Just a heavy-duty silence in a casing made of gold. The hands are frozen solid at 4:15, like a shadow on the ceiling or a lock upon the door. The heart of it is snapped, a tiny ribbon made of steel that'll never let the gears know exactly how to feel. It's a pocket watch with a broken mainspring, waiting for a song that it'll never get to sing. Caught in a moment that refuses to pass, behind the cracked surface of the heavy-duty glass. The rhythm is gone and the ticking has died, with a lifetime of minutes trapped deep down inside. A pocket watch with a broken mainspring. My grandfather held it in the palm of his hand when he worked the iron engines of this heavy-duty land. He used to say the pulse of it was steady and was true. Now it's just a piece of metal looking back at you. It doesn't care for sunrise and it doesn't care for noon. It's a lonesome little planet with a stationary moon. They say the time is healing, that it flows like a stream, but sometimes it's a jagged part of a half-finished dream, where the tension gets too high and the metal starts to fray, and you're left with a forever in the middle of the day. It's a pocket watch with a broken mainspring, waiting for a song that it'll never get to sing. Caught in a moment that refuses to pass, behind the cracked surface of the heavy-duty glass. The rhythm is gone and the ticking has died, with a lifetime of minutes trapped deep down inside. A pocket watch with a broken mainspring. You feel the cold snap in the memory trap. The hands won't move in the ancient groove. A pocket watch with a broken mainspring. Temperature dropped like a stone in a well, leaving a silence that no one could tell. The water is iron, the surface is glass, locked in a grave where the seasons don't pass, but the sky is afire, a violet and gold, refusing to let the horizon grow cold. It's a light without heat, a day without end, where the rules of the shadows find a bend. I'm standing out where the ice is deep, while the rest of the world is falling asleep. It's the midnight sun on a frozen lake, a beautiful heart with a heavy-duty ache, gleaming on the white and the jagged blue, like a memory of a love that was almost true. It's a cold kind of glory, a bright kind of pain, watching the light through a frozen pane. The midnight sun on a frozen lake. The wind is a razor, the air is a ghost, haunting the shoreline and the cedar post. The ice begins to groan with a heavy-duty sound, like a giant waking up beneath the ground. But the sun stays hanging in the northern sky, staring at the world with a golden eye. They say the dark is where the secrets hide, but there's nowhere to run and nowhere to slide when the light won't quit and the day won't die, and the truth is as wide as the Arctic skies. The midnight sun on a frozen lake, a beautiful heart with a heavy-duty ache, gleaming on the white and the jagged blue, like a memory of a love that was almost true. It's a cold kind of glory, a bright kind of pain, watching the light through a frozen pane. The midnight sun on a frozen lake. Yeah, let the colors bleed. It's all I need in the middle of the ice, paying the price. The midnight sun on a frozen lake. It's sitting there catching the light of the lamp, while the air in this kitchen feels heavy and damp. 18 carats of a promise we made under the oak in the summertime shade. It's a perfect circle, no beginning or end, but I'm looking for pieces I can't even mend. They say gold doesn't tarnish, gold doesn't rust, but what do you do when the love turns to dust? It's weighing me down like a stone in the deep, a secret that's getting too heavy to keep. I've got a gold ring and a blue, blue heart, watching the world we built fall apart. It's a shiny reminder of a meant to be that's turned into a prison for you and for me. Yeah, the metal is bright, but the fire's gone cold between a blue heart and a ring of gold. drifted on, before all the laughter was quiet and gone. Now we're just strangers sharing a bed with 1,000 I'm sorry's that'll never be said. I twist it around when I'm feeling alone, a circle of metal on a finger of bone. I could take it off, I could throw it away, leave it behind at the end of the day, but the mark that it leaves is a permanent line of the life that I thought was yours and was mine. I've got a gold ring and a blue, blue heart, watching the world we built fall apart. It's a shining reminder of a meant to be that's turned into a prison for you and for me. Yeah, the metal is bright, but the fire's gone cold, between a blue heart and a ring of gold. Yeah, it's a heavy weight for a tiny thing, just a blue heart and a gold ring. Yeah, a gold ring. I'm standing now where the wheat fields roll, in a silence that's good for a weary soul. The sky is a canvas of purple and gold, and I'm watching a story of evening unfold. But I ain't alone in this wide open space. I can feel the ghost of your soft embrace. Starts as a rustle in the tall green grass, a secret that whispers as the minutes pass. It moves through the pines and the old willow tree, bringing a message back home to me. And I hear your name in the wind tonight, carried on the breeze in the fading light. It's a low, sweet hum, it's a haunting tune, rising up high to the harvest moon. Every breath I take, every sigh I send, I'm hearing your name in the wind. I remember the way you laugh in the rain, a sound that could wash away every stain. Now the seasons are changing and the birds fly south, but I still feel the taste of a kiss on my mouth. I don't need a phone or a letter to know that you're with me wherever the cold drafts blow. It's in the howl of the storm, it's in the draft by the door, it's a language I didn't quite notice before. The world is a chorus, a symphony blue, and every last note is a hollow for you. And I hear your name in the wind tonight, carried on the breeze in the fading light. It's a low, sweet hum, it's a haunting tune, rising up high to the harvest moon. Every breath I take, every sigh I sing, I'm hearing your name in the wind. Yeah, listen close, can you hear it too? Across the plain, across the dew, your name in the wind, just
your name. In the wind, in the wind. I've been watching the dust dance in the hall, and the way the shadows stretch against the wall. I packed the boxes and I taped them tight, leaving nothing but the memories in the light. I took the picture from the mantelpiece and felt the tension in my spirit finally cease. The keys are sitting on the countertop. It's a kind of silence that'll make a heart stop. I'm standing on the threshold looking back one time at the mountain of a life that I had to climb. It's the screen door's final slam tonight, ringing through the hollow in the fading light. A sharp little crack like a breaking bone, the loudest sound that I've ever known. It's the period at the end of the long gray page, the final bowing on a local stage with the screen door's final slam. I remember the hinges used to whine and complain every time we ran inside to beat the rain, and the way it rattled when the wind blew hard from the open fields in the county yard. But now it's hidden with a heavy wooden thud, leaving all the history in the Georgia mud. Don't look in the rearview, don't check the lock, don't listen to the ticking of the kitchen clock. Just put it in gear and let the gravel fly under the canopy of a wide open sky. It's the screen door's final slam tonight, ringing through the hollow in the fading light. A sharp little crack like a breaking bone, the loudest sound that I've ever known. It's the period at the end of the long gray page, the final bowing on a local stage with the screen door's final slam. Yeah, let it hit the frame, leave behind the name. One last echo, then I'm gonna go with the screen door's final slam. Yeah, I'm gone. There's a white line fever in my tired eyes, underneath the weight of the morning skies. My jacket's got a story in every phrase, a ghost of the roads that I walked yesterday. It's a uniform worn by the restless and the bound, in a world that keeps spinning round and around. The pump is clicking at the Texaco station, a lonely heartbeat for a traveling nation. Fumes are rising in a shimmering haze, like a memory of the better looking days. It's just faded denim and gasoline, the only two colors that I've ever seen. One is the fabric of a hard-working life, the other is the fuel for the distance and strife. Blue on the body and gold in the tank, the only two things that I gotta thank. Faded denim and gasoline. I've got a grease-stained thumb and a callous palm, looking for a storm or a midnight calm. This fabric is thin, but it holds the heat
of 1,000 miles on a vinyl seat. It smells like a garage in a Sunday rain. A heavy-duty remedy for a lightweight pain. They say the clothes make the man, or so I've been told, but I'm just trying to keep from the highway cold. You can keep your silk and your polished shoes. I'll take the workwear and the petroleum blues. It's just faded denim and gasoline, the only two colors that I've ever seen. One is the fabric of a hard-working life, the other is the fuel for the distance and strife. Blue on the body and gold in the tank, the only two things that I've got to thank. Faded denim and gasoline. Yeah, screw the cab tight into the night. The threads are tearing, but I'm still wearing faded denim and gasoline. I've got a brass-bound circle in the palm of my hand that's seen every corner of this heavy-duty land. But the needle is spinning like a leaf in a gale, with a cracked piece of glass and a rusted-out nail. It don't know the mountain and it don't know the sea. It's lost all its sense of the where and the be. The magnetism's gone and the bearings are loose, like a heavy-duty engine with a broken caboose. But the clouds are all clearing from the ridge to the shore, and the sky doesn't need a magnetic floor. It's just a broken compass and the North Star tonight, trying to find the rhythm of a heavy-duty life. One is a liar and the other is true. One is the metal and the other is the blue. I'm throwing the copper and the glass in the sand, and following the fire to a faraway land. The broken compass and the North Star. They say you need a map and a calibrated line to navigate the shadows of the low-blighted pine. But the ancient vibration of the light in the dark is the only thing steady for a heavy-duty spark. I'm looking on up where the archer is bold, at a story that's silver and a story that's gold. Sometimes the tools that you trust in the day are the only thing standing in the middle of your way. You gotta break the machine to see the design, and let the celestial and the heavy-duty align. It's just a broken compass and the North Star tonight, trying to find the rhythm of a heavy-duty life. One is a liar and the other is true. One is the metal and the other is the blue. I'm throwing the copper and the glass in the sand, and following the fire to a faraway land. The broken compass and the North Star. Yeah, let the needle spin, let the light come in. Forget the degree when the sky is free. The broken compass and the North Star.
neon's buzzing like a trapped up fly, and the tile is stained with the years gone by. I'm standing here at the porcelain sink, trying my best not to stop and think, but the glass is fractured in a jagged line, splitting this weary face of mine. One eye's looking at where I've been, the other staring at the mess I'm in. 1,000 miles of coffee and grease, and a mind that hasn't found a moment of peace. It's a cracked mirror in a truck stop bathroom, reflecting the shadows in the midnight gloom. I'm seeing double, I'm seeing the cost of every highway and every soul I've lost. A jigsaw puzzle of a man on the run, wishing to God that the driving was done. Looking through a cracked mirror, there's a name carved deep in the wooden stall, and a shadow stretching down the narrow hall. I splash cold water on a 3-day beard, facing the man that I've always feared. The cracks are like rivers on a paper map, leading me straight to the middle of a trap. It don't show the truth and it don't show the lie, just the silver backing and a bloodshot eye. You can't fix the image once the glass is broke. It all goes up like a cloud of engine smoke. It's a cracked mirror in a truck stop bathroom, reflecting the shadows and the midnight gloom. I'm seeing double, I'm seeing the cost of every highway and every soul I've lost. A jigsaw puzzle of a man on the run, wishing to God that the driving was done. Looking through a cracked mirror, yeah, grab a paper towel, hear the diesel growl. Don't look too long before the light is gone. Just a cracked mirror in a truck stop bathroom. The asphalt ends where the timber begins, and the dust starts to settle on my old man's sins. It's a washboard rhythm under heavy-duty tires, passing by the ghosts and the rusted-out wires. Every rock that's kicking up against the metal floor is a memory of leading through an open door. The rearview mirror is a cloudy shade of brown, watching the steeple of a dying little town. The distance is a stretch of the limestone and the grit, and I'm feeling every single lonely mile of it. It's the gravel road's long goodbye, underneath the weight of the heavy-duty sky. It don't let you run, and it don't let you race. It makes you look back at every familiar face. A slow motion exit from the life I used to know, crunching through the secrets in a steady, steady road. The gravel road's long goodbye. Here's a mailbox leaning like it's tired of the news, and a pair of work boots that nobody would choose. The creek is a silver line running through the pines, marking out the borders and the family lines. I'm trailing a cloud like a heavy-duty veil, all unwinding and a weary and a broken-hearted trail. They say the fastest way home is a straight line of black, but the gravel is the only thing that'll take you back. It holds on to the footprints, and it holds on to the rain, and it's the only path that understands a heavy-duty pain. It's the gravel road's long goodbye, underneath the weight of a heavy-duty sky. It don't let you rock, and it don't let you race. It makes you look back at every familiar face, a slow motion exit from the life I used to know, crunching through the secrets in a steady, steady road. The gravel road's long goodbye. Yeah, I feel the stones kick and the air getting thick, turning the last bend where the memories end. The gravel road, long goodbye.
The bell is missing from the belfry tower, and the playground surrendered to the wildflower. The windows are boarded with a plywood gray, keeping the ghosts of the children at play. I can still see the ruts from the yellow bus in the red clay dirt that survived all of us. The chalk is dust and the slate is cracked, and the library shelves are neatly sacked. But if you listen close to the whistling pine, you can hear the rhythm of a nursery rhyme. It's just an old school house on the hill, standing so stubborn and standing so still, where we learned our letters and we learned our names, and the rules of the world and the playground games. A brick and mortar memory of a simpler time, before the mountain got so hard to climb. I carved my initials in the sycamore tree, right next to the girl who meant the world to me. The ink on the desk has long since dried, and the secrets we whispered have all moved inside. The hallways are narrow and the ceiling is low, but it's the only foundation I used to know. They built a new one down by the interstate with a digital sign and a heavy iron gate, but it don't have the soul of the creaky floor or the hand-painted numbers on the heavy oak doors. Just an old school house on the hill, standing so stubborn and standing so still, where we learned our letters and we learned our names, and the rules of the world and the playground games. A brick and mortar memory of a simpler time, before the mountain got so hard to climb. Yeah, the lesson's over and the bell is gone, but the ghost of the teacher is still hanging on. at the old schoolhouse on the hill.
The blades are rusted and the tail is bent, a relic of a century that's come and went. Standing like a skeleton against the blue, doing the only thing it knows how to do. It don't need a motor and it don't need a hand to draw the silver water from the thirsty land. It catches a shiver from the western ridge, over the gully and the broken bridge. A lonely percussion, a metal on metal song that's been playing out here all summer long. It's just a windmill turning in a silent field, waiting for a harvest that the dirt won't yield. Round and round in a slow motion dance, at the mercy of the wind and the hands of chance. A spinning ghost on a galvanized tower, counting the minutes and the lonely hour. Windmill turning in a silent field. The cattle have gathered in the shrinking shade of the ribbon circles that the shadows made. The tank is overflowing with a mossy green, the coldest liquid that I've ever seen. It's a steady heartbeat in a world gone still, on the quiet shoulder of a limestone hill. It's seen the Dust Bowl and it's seen the flood, and the changing of the seasons in the farmer's blood. Staying right here while the rest of us fly, just a heavy-duty needle sewing earth to sky. It's just a windmill turning in a silent field, waiting for a harvest that the dirt won't yield. Round and round in a slow motion dance, at the mercy of the wind and the hands of chance. A spinning ghost on a galvanized tower, counting the minutes and the lonely hour. Windmill turning in a silent field. Yeah, let it creep while the tall grass speaks. Keep on spinning from the end to beginning. Windmill turning in a silent field. I've heard the thunder rattle the window pane. I've heard the rhythm of the midnight rain, the sound of the city and the highway hum, the beat of the world like a distant drum. But all of the noise just fades to gray when you look at me and start to say, it ain't a shout and it ain't a plea, it's a low down honey sweet melody. Two little syllables, soft and slow, the only direction I need to go. It's the way you say my name, like a cooling rain on a burning flame. It sounds like home, it sounds like grace, like a holy word in a common place. I could listen to it all day long, the sweetest part of our favorite song. It changes everything, the way you say my name. I've been called a fool and I've been called a friend, and I've been called a loser at the journey's end. But coming from your lips, it's a brand new start, like a secret key to a heavy heart. You put a little tilt, a little bit of soul on a broken man and you make him whole. You can whisper it soft when the lights are low, or call it out
say my name, just the way you say my name. Picket fence is leaning at a tired angle, lost in the grip of a bittersweet tangle, where the roses once bloomed in a velvet row. Only the wild things have the courage to grow. I used to pull the weeds with a feverish hand, trying to master this little piece of land. Now the soil is hard and the sun is a blade, and the beauty we planted has started to fade. The roots go deep and the stems are gray, taking back the ground in a jagged way. It's just thistle and thorn in the garden bed, living on the words that we never said. A sharp-edged harvest of the neglected years, watered by the salt of 1,000 tears. What was meant to be soft is a heavy-duty sting in the middle of the yard where the blackbirds sing. Thistle and thorn in the garden bed. I walked through the gate with a pair of gloves, thinking about the wreckage of our hollow loves. But the purple flowers are a beautiful lie, hiding the poison for the passerby. It don't ask for water and it don't ask for grace, it just wants to cover every empty space. They say a garden is a mirror of the soul, but I let the chaos take the lead and the control. Now I'm standing in the thicket where the shadows hide, with a heavy-duty loneliness trapped inside. It's just thistle and thorn in the garden bed, living on the words that we never said. A sharp-edged harvest of the neglected years, watered by the salt of 1,000 tears. What was meant to be soft is a heavy-duty sting in the middle of the yard where the blackbirds sing. Thistle and thorn in the garden bed. Yeah, let the briars climb till the end of time. Don't reach for the bloom in the afternoon gloom. Thistle and thorn in the garden bed. Driveway's fading in the rear view glass, watching the mailbox and the seasons pass. I've got a suitcase full of used to be, and a dashboard pointing toward the free. The yellow lines are a steady beat underneath the rhythm of the rolling heat. I'm leaving the shadows of the valley floor, heading for a place I've never seen before. It ain't a flight and it ain't a race, just a man looking for a different space. It's just the open road and the setting sun, the only two things that can't be outrun. The sky's bleeding in the shades of red, with 1,000 miles of asphalt spread ahead. No more anchors and no more chains, just the cooling wind and the western plains, with the open road and the setting sun. I passed a sign that said next gas 50 miles, and I couldn't help but trade my frown for smiles. There's a comfort in the humming of the tires, and the way the distance douses all the fires. I don't need a compass or a silver star, just a steady breathing of this old car. They say the horizon is a moving line that you never reach it, though you try to find. But I like the chasing, I like the view of a world that's starting over, fresh and new. It's just the open road and the setting on the gravel track, just the open road and the setting sun. Yeah, I'm finally gone. I can feel the floorboards start to shake before the first of the dawn begins to break. The glass in the cabinet begins to ring like a choir of ghosts trying to sing. It's a low down rumble from the valley floor, coming for the valley and the kitchen door. It's 100 cars of coal and steel, and the sparks flying off of the heavy wheel, cutting through the fog like a jagged knife with a heavy-duty rhythm of a long-haul life. It's just the midnight freight and the mournful wail echoing down the silver rail. It's a lonesome cry for the restless soul with a heart of fire and a belly of coal, heading for a city that I've never seen, leaving nothing but the silence in between the midnight freight and the mournful wail. I remember sitting on the signal box, watching the engines and the ticking clocks, wondering where the tracks would finally end, around the mountain and the river bend. Now I'm just a man in a quiet room, listening to the thunder and the distant boom. They say a train is a promise on a set of tracks, that it never slows down and it never looks back. It's a heavy-duty lesson in the way things go, fast as the lightning, steady and slow. It's just a midnight freight and the mournful wail echoing down the silver rail. It's a lonesome cry for the restless soul with a heart of fire and a belly of coal, heading for a city that I've never seen, leaving nothing but the silence in between the midnight freight and the mournful wail. Yeah, let the whistle blow, let the diesel go through the dark of night, in the pale headlight, the midnight freight and the mournful wail. Morning paper's got a ring of brown right next to the news from the edge of town. I'm sitting at the table with a ballpoint pen, trying to figure out where the week has been. I've got a list of chores and a list of dreams, ticking off the minutes and the busted seams. The ink is blurring on the grocery list, thinking about the moments that I might have missed, between the to-do and the wanna stay in the quiet light of a Sabbath day. Just coffee stains and Sunday plans, holding the future in my shaky hands. A little bit of caffeine, a little bit of prayer, looking for an answer in the kitchen air. We say we're gonna go, we say we're gonna do, but we're just making circles till the day is through, with coffee stains and Sunday plans. Fix the porch and paint the shed, right under the things that you never said. I promised we'd drive to the Mountain View, but the engine's acting up and the rent is due. So I'll map out a road on a napkin scrap, while the cat is sleeping in a sunbeam lap. It's a fragile ritual of paper-thin hope, a way to handle the downward slope, building a castle out of ink and steam before the Monday morning breaks the dream. It's just coffee stains and Sunday plans, holding the future in my shaky hands. A little bit We're just making circles till the day is through, with coffee stains and Sunday plans. Yeah, spill a little more on the wooden floor. Let the list stay there in the rocking chair. Coffee stains and Sunday plans.
I'm sitting on a bench where the paint's peeling back, staring down the iron of a long abandoned track. The weeds are growing tall through the heavy-duty ties, underneath the hollow of the wide and lonely skies. I can feel a vibration in the soles of my feet, but the station is silent, and the silence is sweet. It's a low-frequency hum, a ghost in the air, like a promise of a journey that's going nowhere. The signals are dark and the switch is jammed tight, but I'm listening for a whistle in the middle of the night. It's the sound of a train that never arrives, the heavy-duty echo of our long-distance lives, coming round the mountain just a mile away. But it stays in the shadow of the yesterday, a lonesome vibration, a rhythmic refrain of the hope and the heartbreak and the ghost of a train. The sound of a train that never arrives. I got my suitcase packed with the things I couldn't say, ready for a ticket to a far-off getaway. The schedule's been buried in the dust and the brine, but I'm still standing here, and I'm still keeping time. I hear the steam huffing like a giant in pain, but the tracks are just rusting in the cold mountain rain. They say be patient, it's just running late, but there's a heavy-duty sorrow in the middle of the wait, when the arrival board is blank and the engine is a myth, and the only thing you have is the ghost you're traveling with. It's the sound of a train that never arrives, a heavy-duty echo of our long-distance lives, coming round the mountain just a mile away. But it stays in the shadow of the yesterday, a lonesome vibration, a rhythmic refrain of the hope and the heartbreak and the ghost of a train. The sound of a train that never arrives. Yeah, listen to the rail, to the lonesome wail. It's almost here, it's never near. The sound of a train that never arrives, that never arrives. torches flickered and died, and the bartender's looking for a place to hide. The overheads hum with a sickly white glare, exposing the dust in the whiskey-soaked air. I'm tracing a circle in a puddle of gin, wonder exactly where the dark begins. The jukebox is silent, the pool table's cold, and the stories we told already getting old. We were kings of the mountain just an hour ago, now we're just shadows with nowhere to go. It's barstool philosophy at closing time, trying to make the messy parts a living rhyme. We solved all the problems of the world and the state, but we can't find the key to our own front gate. A heavy-duty wisdom born of glass and ice, giving out the soul-deep, useless advice at closing time. Old Bill's talking about the good old days, through a thick rimmed glass and a Marlboro haze. He says life is a gamble where the deck is thin, and the house always knows how to let you win. I'm nodding my head like I understand the truth, while I'm looking for the pieces of my wasted youth. The world looks different when the lights come on, and the liquid courage is almost gone. The truth is a jagged and a heavy-duty pill, sitting on the edge of a windowsill. It's barstool philosophy at closing time, trying to make the messy parts a living rhyme. We solved all the problems of the world and the state, but we can't find the key to our own front gate. A heavy-duty wisdom born of glass and ice, giving out the soul-deep, useless advice at closing time. Yeah, push back the chair in the cooling air, walk to the car, leave it at the bar. Barstool philosophy at closing time. The horizon's got a heartbeat, a pulse of angry red, waking up the shadows in the sleepy valley bed. It's a silhouette of timber, a skeleton of pine, engulfed in a fury that's crossing over the line. There's no siren screaming, just the crackle and the pop of a heavy-duty history coming to a stop. The cedar and the clover, the hay from last July, are turning into embers that are painting up the sky. A lifetime of labor and a century of wood, growing up in a way that we never understood. It's just a bonfire in the distance, a flicker in the dark, a heavy-duty ending for every single spark. The roof is falling inward and the walls are giving way, lighting up the memories in a terrified display. It's a beacon on the ridge, a signal in the night, watching the past burn out of sight. Barn fire in the distance, the neighbors
neighbors are all standing on the gravel of the lane, feeling the heat, but helpless for the pain. They remember the dances and the grain in the bin. Now the air is tasting like a metallic kind of sin. The animals are quiet and the wind is holding still, as the orange giant rages on the shoulder of the hill. They say what doesn't kill you only makes you grow, but there's a heavy-duty sorrow in the watching of the glow, when the temple of the harvest becomes a funeral pyre, and the truth is just the ash in the middle of the fire. It's just a bonfire in the distance, a flicker in the dark, a heavy-duty ending for every single spark. The roof is falling inward and the walls are giving way, lighting up the memories in a terrified display. It's a beacon on the ridge, a signal in the night, watching the past burn out of sight. Barn fire in the distance. Yeah, let the rafters fall through the smoke and the gall. The ground is getting hot in the empty lot. Barn fire in the distance. He's standing by the window where the neon bleeds, looking at the junk that nobody needs. A rusted out trumpet and a wedding band, a heavy-duty life in a second-hand land. But his eyes are fixed on a mahogany case, with a pendulum swinging at a funeral pace. It's got Roman numbers and a brass-plated key, and it's ticking like a heart that's finally free. He checks his wrist, but his watch has stopped since the day his world was finally swapped. It's just the old man and the pawn shop clock, counting down the seconds to the final lock, watching the minutes that he couldn't save in the dusty light of a bargain bin cave. It's a rhythm of wood and a rhythm of steel, turning on a heavy-duty invisible wheel. The old man and the pawn shop clock. And he remembers the chime in the hallway rug, the scent of the cedar and the coffee mug, before the bills piled up like a winter snow, and the doctor said it was time to go. Now he comes here just to hear it strike, the only sound in the world that he still likes. They say time is money and money is time, but you can't buy back a single mountain climb. It's sitting on a shelf with a 90-buck tag, a lifetime of moments in a plastic bag. It's just the old man and the pawn shop clock, counting down the seconds to the final lock, watching the minutes that he couldn't save in the dusty light of a bargain bin cave. It's a rhythm of wood and a rhythm of steel, turning on a heavy-duty invisible wheel. The old man and the pawn shop clock. Yeah, listen to the tick. The air is getting thick. One more chime.
shop clock. I don't need a garden with a white picket fence, or a florist in the city making dollars and cents. I don't need a diamond that's polished and cold, or a story of a romance that's already been told. I just need a meadow and a Saturday breeze, and the way that you're laughing underneath the trees. You got a daisy tucked behind your ear, and suddenly the world is perfectly clear. No fancy dresses, no painted on smiles, just a love that can run for 1,000 miles. It's just wildflowers and you, baby, letting the wind drive us crazy, growing where the sunlight hits the ground, the prettiest thing that I've ever found. You don't need a crown to be my queen, you're the sweetest thing this valley's seen. Just a field of gold, a sky of blue, wildflowers and you. That you're walking through the tall green grass, watching the butterflies as they pass. You're a little bit tangled, a little bit wild, with the heart of a rebel and the soul of a child. I trade all the roses in a crystal vase for the look of the sunshine on your face. Some things are better when they're left to grow, without a plan or a place to go. Just like us, just like this day, finding our own beautiful way. It's just wildflowers and you, baby, letting the wind drive us crazy, growing where the sunlight hits the ground, the prettiest thing that I've ever found. You don't need a crown to be my queen, you're the sweetest thing this valley's seen. Just a field of gold, a sky of blue, wildflowers and you. Yeah, just blooming in the sun since the day we begun. Not a care in the world with my favorite girl, wildflowers and you.
The church bells are ringing across the county line, but I'm still here tangled in these sheets of mine. The dust is dancing in a beam of golden light, and I'm still wearing the shadows of last night. I tried to keep busy, try to fix that kitchen door, but I can't find the reason to do it anymore. The radio is playing a song we used to know, and the clock on the wall is moving way too slow. It's a long way to Monday and a hard way to fall, when your ghost is the only one walking down the hall. So I'm pouring whiskey on a Sunday afternoon, watching the sun fade out way too soon. It's a bitter kind of medicine for a sweet kind of pain, trying to wash away the sound of your name. Yeah, the world's at rest, but I'm still making my way through a bottle of whiskey on a Sunday. They say Sunday's for family and a little bit of grace, but all I see is the empty side of your pillowcase. I should be at the diner or driving through the pines, instead of staring at these amber-colored lines. One drink for the memories, two for the regret, and three for the things I haven't told you yet. Maybe by tomorrow I'll find the strength to stand, pick up the pieces and be a better man. But today the sky is heavy and the spirit is weak, and I'm looking for the comfort that I shouldn't seek. So I'm pouring whiskey on a Sunday afternoon, watching the sun fade out way too soon. It's a bitter kind of medicine for a sweet kind of pain, trying to wash away the sound of your name. Yeah, the world's at rest, but I'm still making my way through a bottle of whiskey on a Sunday. On a long, quiet Sunday, waiting for the Monday blues to take the Sunday gray away. The screen door's creaking, a familiar song. The shadows on the lawn are getting long. I'm kicking off my boots, letting out a sigh, watching the fireflies begin to fly. The world is rushing by on the interstate, but everything I need is right behind this gate. Got a glass of sweet tea melting in my hand, looking out over this piece of promised land. I ain't got a fortune, I ain't got a crown, but I'm the king of the world when the sun goes down. I'm just front porch dreaming in a rocking chair, breathing in the rhythm of the evening air, thinking about the places that I'll never go, and watching the corn and the children grow. Yeah, life's a little slower, life's a little sweet, with a wooden floorboards underneath my feet. Just front porch dreaming. I see my reflection in the window pane, thinking about the sunshine, thankful for the rain. Old man Miller's tractor hums a mile away, a perfect ending to a hard-working day. Maybe I'll build that shed
or fix the garden fence. But right now chasing shadows makes a lot more sense. Some folks need a city with the lights so bright to feel like they're living in the middle of the night. But I'll take the crickets and a whippoorwill and the peace that settles when the wind is still. I'm just front porch dreaming in a rocking chair, breathing in the rhythm of the evening air, thinking about the places that I'll never go, and watching the corn and the children grow. Yeah, life's a little slower, life's a little sweet when a wooden floorboard's underneath my feet. Just front porch dreaming, yeah, just rocking back and forth, watching the North Star, thinking about how lucky we are. Front porch dreaming, yeah, that's all I need. The clouds are gathering heavy and black over the ridge by the railroad track. The neighbors bringing their laundry in, but you're looking at me with a mischievous grin. The first drop hits the dusty ground and the thunder starts a rolling sound. You kicked off your heels by the garden gate. I threw my hat and let the heavens wait. The radio's blaring through the kitchen screen, the wildest ballroom that I've ever seen. And we're doing a two-step in the rain, spinning away the worry and the pain. Mud on our boots and a soak to the bone, the happiest fools that the county's known. Left, right, slide and a dizzy turn, watching the summer lightning burn. Just a two-step in the rain. Your hair's a mess and your dress is a wreck. I've got a cold stream running down my neck, but I've never seen you look so bright in the flickering flash of the stormy light. The gravel's a dance floor, the wind is the band, and I've got the world right here in my hand. Let it pour, let it wash the world away. We got all the sunshine we need today. They can stay inside where it's dry and it's warm, but there's a special kind of magic in the middle of a storm. And we're doing a two-step in the rain, spinning away the worry and the pain. Mud on our boots and a soak to the bone, the happiest fools that the county has known. Left, right, slide and a dizzy turn, watching the summer lightning burn. Just a two-step in the rain. Yeah, one more spin before the sky clears up. Keep on dancing, don't ever stop. Two-step in the rain. Yeah, just you and me. I'm pushing 80 on the double lane, trying to outrun the ghost of the rain. The signal's cutting in and out of the air like a dying breath or a desperate prayer. Between the preacher and the country star, I'm losing the rhythm of this old car. There's a billboard for a motel 10 miles ahead, and a Jesus Saves sign painted in red. The white lines are blurring like a movie scene on a flickering dusty drive-in screen. It's just a radio static and roadside signs, living my life between the painted lines. 1 minute of music, then a minute of noise, chasing the shadows of the hometown boys. I don't know where the asphalt ends, but I'm looking for a frequency that never bends. It's in the radio static and the roadside signs. Past a diner with a neon open light, sticking out like a thumb in the middle of the night. I thought about stopping for a piece of pie, but I'd rather watch the telephone poles fly by. Every mile is a number I'm checking off the list, in a world made of asphalt and a morning mist. Sometimes the silence is a little too loud, so I hunt for a station in the edge of a cloud. Just a guitar lick or a familiar voice to tell me that I finally made the right choice. It's just radio static and roadside signs, living my life between the painted lines. 1 minute of music, then a minute of noise, chasing the shadows of the hometown boys. I don't know where the asphalt ends, but I'm looking for a frequency that never bends, in the radio static and the roadside signs. Yeah, turn the dial, just another mile, looking for the light through the dead of night. Radio static, roadside signs. There are creases deep as a canyon floor, and a scar from a blade back in '74. The knuckles are swollen and the skin is like leather, tough enough to handle any kind of weather. It's been 40 years on the factory line, turning the raw into something fine. It don't shake like it used to, it's steady and slow, with a strength that a younger man wouldn't know. It's a story written in grease and in grit of a man who never knew how to quit. It's the weight of a work-worn hand on a steering wheel or a piece of land. It's the heavy-duty truth of a life on the clock, solid as a mountain, steady as a rock. It's built the houses and it's fixed the steel, making the world turn on a heavy-duty wheel. The weight of a work-worn hand. It can cradle a child with a gentle touch, though it spent its days clutching a lever and clutch. It's got a permanent stain from the oil and the coal that's worked its way down to the middle of the soul. When it rests on the table at the end of the day, it's got more to tell than a man could say. It's a map of the labor, a chart of the toil, rooted in the iron and the southern soul. A callous blessing and an honest wage, the final signature on a dusty page. It's the weight of a work-worn hand on a steering wheel or a piece of land. It's the heavy-duty truth of a life on the clock, solid as a mountain, steady as a rock. It's built the houses and it's fixed the steel, making the world turn on a heavy-duty wheel. The weight of a work-worn hand. Yeah, lay it on the wood like a father should. The work is through and the grip is true. The weight of a hand, a work-worn hand. sharp as a wintertime blade. Deep in the heart of the cedar tree shade, I'm swinging the hickory, swinging the steel, connecting with something that's heavy and real. The bite of the iron meets the grain of the oak, sending up a spray of the splinters and smoke. It's a rhythmic percussion in a world of the green, the oldest vibration the valley has seen. Wait for the silence to swallow the crack before the mountain starts sending it back. It's just the echo of an axe in the woods, doing the work that a heavy duty should, ringing through the hollow and the limestone wall, watching the giants beginning to fall. A lonely kind of music, a steady beat sound, tying the sky to the frozen hard ground. The echo of an axe in the woods. My grandfather's spirit is in the swing of my arm, building the heat for a heavy-duty farm. Every strike is a sentence, every chip is a word, the loudest confession the timber is heard. It's a dialogue of muscle and a dialogue of wood, in the place where the ancestors formerly stood. They say the machine is a faster way road to lighten the weight of a heavy-duty load, but there's a peace in the labor and a truth in the strike that a silicone engine will never be like. It's just the echo of an axe in the woods, doing the work that a heavy duty should, ringing through the hollow and the limestone wall, watching the giants beginning to fall. A lonely kind of music, a steady beat sound, tying the sky to the frozen hard ground. The echo of an axe in the woods. Yeah, let the rain fly to the top of the sky. One more swing, hear the valley sing. The echo of an axe in the woods. I'm rolling down the window of this old Ford truck, passing the theater where we tried our luck. The marquee's missing letters and the paint is thin, but I can still see us trying to sneak in. The hardware store is a coffee shop now, but I still see my daddy wiping sweat from his brow. The stoplight's still swinging on a rusty wire, reminding me of a heart that was once on fire. It's only 4 blocks from the start to the end, but it's 1,000 miles of remember when. Down on Main Street, where the ghosts all play in the golden haze of a Saturday, every storefront window and every cracked brick is a Polaroid picture that'll always stick. Time's moved on, but the heart stays still in the shadows of the valley and the water mill. Just a ghost town of Main Street memories. There's a corner booth at the old Five and Dime, where we carved our names to outrun time. The barbershop pole doesn't spin anymore, and there's a for lease sign on the grocery store. But I can still hear the parade and the high school band, and the feel of your small, warm, trembling hand.
They say progress is a train that you can't get off, but sometimes the engine just a weary cough. They can tear down the wood and the mortar and stone, but they can't touch the spirit of the place I've known. Down on Main Street, where the ghosts all play in the golden haze of a Saturday, every storefront window and every cracked brick is a Polaroid picture that'll always stick. Time's moved on, but the heart stays still in the shadows of the valley and the water mill. Just a ghost town of Main Street memories. Yeah, the neon's humming, the sun is setting, and I'm just driving, not quite forgetting Main Street memories.